What about a Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate? Double negative, I've got a prompt for you.
Alright.
Alright, first things first, get hype.
Hype.
Second
Hype.
thing, I want you to try and, because we've come this far, I want you to tell me how you think we had to fight this thing.
Underwater.
Well, just think about, like, the general strategy of the fight while we're going.
Is that a sea lion?
It's a little bit bigger than a lion.
That's a sea dais.
Okay. So, we're gonna do our stuff. We're gonna jump in the water, and we're gonna largely be silent for the first couple areas. Just sort of let you enjoy the little lead up to what we gotta do. We only get 35 minutes for this mission.
Only. Note the video is 38 minutes long.
Okay, so let's go. Okay, so what's your hypothesis?
It looked like you were dropping those bombs as like depth charges.
You have barrel bombs in the water, they turn into torpedoes, and that's pretty fucking awesome.
Alright, so beyond that, I really don't. It looked like you were beating on his face there.
Okay.
So I bet that his mane there is breakable, his two horns are breakable, and probably his fins.
Okay, good guesses. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Okay, so this
Like,
this is Sea-Deus.
yeah, it's a
He's
big moray
causing-
eel.
He's causing the Moja earthquakes, and the reason that is you may have noticed that one of his horns is bigger than the other.
Yeah,
Well, okay, so one of his horns is actually grown over his eye. His right eye there is actually covered by his horn.
okay.
And as it turns out, that hurts a lot.
I would imagine.
So it is like it's taking to ramming against the stone down here to try and relieve that pain by breaking its horn off its eye.
Are we here to help it?
Oh, well, yeah, sort of.
So, why are you attacking its face?
All right, so this particular fight has an obfuscated mechanic in that if you do not succeed at breaking, trimming the beard there, then for whatever reason that makes you fail if it reaches the end of area 2 before then.
That sounds so frustrating.
Yeah, you may not know that the first time you play this game.
Like, does the game in any way signpost that or signify that or?
Not really. They tell you, hey, you need to whittle down its HP, so you may think, well, I gotta attack it anywhere. And then what may happen first is you may be like, well, I want to break that fucking horn off.
Yeah,
what you can't do in this first bit is you actually can't break the horn. You'll just bounce, no matter what. And so you'll be like, okay, well the horn's no good. Well, maybe the tail. That's a pretty good tail. And I think you can break the tail, but by that time, it will have made it to area 2, and you'll probably fail the mission because you will not have hit the gear at all.
That just sounds like I don't want to use TV tropes terms, but that's pretty fucking stupid.
I fail to see how fucking stupid is a TV tropes term. But no, I agree. We definitely shouldn't TV tropes it up in here. That's shit.
Yeah, but like I know the exact term I want to use, but it's like it's almost like that it was designed to sell guides, but they don't sell guides no more. So I'm not sure how you're supposed to figure this out. Besides just trial of fucking error.
That's pretty much it, really.
That's
what most
not
people do, though, in the year of our Lord, 2000,
16.
Well,
13.
16 this year, but I think it was 2013 when Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate came out on the 3DS and Wii U. Fucking in that year, you just go to fucking Game Pass and be like, why the hell did Sea-Deus fail the mission? Why did I fail the Sea-Deus fight? I didn't die, and it would be like, well, you didn't break the beard, did you? And you'd be like, well, shit, I didn't.
That's not good game design.
It's not. But so we were low on air, so we wanted to call Kion over so he'd use the mask, but he was fainted like an asshole. But the main thing
now
is,
I see you're attacking its horn.
yeah, well, I'm trying not to, at least not early on. We'll get to that part when we make it, but the main thing is though, the first time I saw Sea-Deus jump out of the fucking water in base camp, I was fucking blown out of the fucking water. It's like, damn, I gotta fight something that big.
It does look pretty fucking awesome.
Sea-Deus looks pretty cool. Too bad this fight is entirely underwater.
Yeah.
The good thing is, in high rank, we'll get to fight the literal coolest monster in the game. And it's bigger than Sea-Deus.
Holy shit. Is it a ground monster?
It is all above it.
Is it a lava Sea-Deus? Lava Deus?
We'll get there when we get there. The main thing is right now, Alright, so I mentioned, that it was causing the motor earthquakes because it was ramming into the walls.
Yeah.
So we want to break its horn. That is one thing we have to do before the end of the fight. We have to break the horn. But we can't do that right now, so
We can't do it yet, but we have to do it.
we have to eventually.
So what are we doing now?
Right now we're trying to break that beard so we don't fail the mission.
We're still trying to break that beard?
Yeah, it's not broken yet. Sideus will stagger 3 times before that beard breaks. Then on the 4th time, it just breaks. And naturally, you'll need Sideus's beard hair to make armor. Also, it's in a space where we can't get to the beard, so that's great. But he's going to go back in there. So you may have noticed that fucking hype laser it fires from its mouth that's made out of water.
Yeah,
Like it's Metal Gear Ray or something.
yeah.
Fucking, yeah, it does that a lot once we reach Area 3.
There go. You shaved it.
I did. Alright, so as soon as you break the beard, if you're not in area, like if you're not right next to Area 3, it's gonna just ignore you and swim straight to Area 3, like as fast as it can. So we're not gonna be able to really keep up with it. It's gonna fucking go in a second here. Look at how fast it is moving now.
Yeah. I cannot wait to sometimes see the measurements of this fucking thing, because I need to know that.
So,
It's got to be over 5,000 centimeters.
So,
6,000 maybe.
so get it sighted.
I'm getting
because
hyped.
You better get hyped for a long ass time, because we're totally not gonna see the measurements in this video.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Do you?
You told me at some point. Maybe off camera, but yeah, you told me at some point.
Oh yeah, I did tell you that we don't see the measurements. I think that's the only thing I told you about this.
Yeah, I specifically told you not to tell me nothing.
So now that you're seeing
Such
it,
good Southernisms here.
so now that you're seeing it, what do you think?
It's a shadow of the fucking Colossus monster.
Kinda is. Can you
Like-
imagine those swimming?
Like the face and
That's not
everything,
in
it
that game.
looks like one.
Like, imagine just playing Shadow of the Colossus, a game with jank as fuck controls, and trying to swim and fight at the same time.
We are not going to talk about me and Shadow of the Colossus. The thread will fucking hate me if I share my opinion on Shadow of the Colossus.
So yeah, let's fucking do this thing.
Break its horn. That is such a Zelda Boss intro. Like, I am hearing the Zelda music in my head.
Okay, so Junior chefs in and is like, "Hey, you fucking did it! Now you and he says, like, no matter what you do, even if you like faint 3 times and everything, you're gonna win. You're gonna win."
I don't
And-
believe him.
It's like that's mostly true. If we run out of time at this point, we're good.
I like
so
to imagine the chief's son just standing at the top of the water screaming into it.
he's on his cell phone, which we inexplicably have, and it's
Just
also waterproof.
Just shouting at the top of his lungs into the ocean.
So and Junior mentions, he does mention at this point, hey, you really should try breaking off that horn.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
Stop
He
the
also
earthquakes.
mentioned that there's a big old weapon somewhere here.
Oh, are we gonna... Is this a fucking Storm King situation?
Kinda.
Oh, that's awesome.
But okay, so Storm King
Storm-
Noonzals. Fucking okay, so you go and get Storm Ruler, and it's a sword, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what if instead in this game, instead of being a sword, it was a giant piece of siege weaponry?
That's even more... That's like some fucking God of War shit right there. That is awesome.
So you'll see me look over in the direction of it a few times, but wait until you actually see this thing.
Alright. I see something right now.
We see the inside of C-Days because it's huge and fucks with the camera. Okay, so breakable parts include horn.
Yep.
They, interestingly enough, they both break at the same time.
Okay.
That sort of upper hood part there breaks.
All right.
Its tail breaks. Its
Yep.
beard breaks, obviously, because we did that.
We shaved it.
I want to say its fins can also be broken. And instead of cutting its tail off, you just break little chunks off of it.
So I was mostly right again. Just missed the hood on its back.
Yeah, you got most of it.
I'm learning Monster Hunter, folks.
So
are
where
we-
it is? Oh, there it is. See those big 3 spikes there?
Yeah, I see those spikes.
They're hydraulic. They pop out.
We're gonna fire fucking ballistas.
That's more like a pile bunker, really. Some sick Nets level armored core shit up in here. This device is called the Dragonator, and I missed my opportunity to fire it the first time, but don't worry, I'll get to use it.
Not like the boss is going anywhere.
Yeah, so the best opportunity to use this thing on C-Days is when it is pissed off.
And
'Cause it
smacking in the face sounds like a good way to do that.
Well, it will swim down to the bottom and then swim up to you very slowly, and if you let it go, then it will fucking hit you with its hate beam. But if you time it just right, you can fucking hit it with the Dragonator, and it will be awesome.
Do we only have 3 shots?
For the Dragonator, we actually only have 1.
Oh. So all 3
because-
shots fire at once.
Yeah. Because when you use the Dragonator, it starts a very, very, very long cooldown. And because we only have 35 minutes and we used most of them getting here, we're only going to get 1 shot at this.
So it's like, what, like a 15-minute cooldown, something stupid like that?
It's pretty fucking long. And,
Basically, if you missed it, start over again.
well, not necessarily. You can still, like I said, even if we time out now, so long as we break the horn, we're good.
So long as we break the horn. The part that we bounce off of.
Also, a thing I should note, and I cut out the pre-mission part. The guild sweetheart mentions that if we win this particular mission, and say want to come back later, because this mission is just to repel it, it's not to kill it.
Right.
And in fact, once we do enough damage, it will just leave. But the difference between this fight and the Legiatrus is, if we come back to fight it again, all the health we've beat off of it now will be still gone.
Beat off of it.
Okay, yeah, I realize you're a 12-year-old, but go on.
You walked into it.
We're all adults here, except for you, apparently.
I'm fucking older than you are.
Prove it.
I somehow doubt you're older than 30.
I'm not. There you go. You win. You proved it.
I'm fucking 30 years old and I'm doing this bullshit.
This is the world we live in. Well, as we all know, Geopolis is as ancient as the rock.
So is it pissed off yet?
So you know, like the little blue highlights on it.
Uh-huh.
When it's pissed off, all of those turn red.
Gotcha. So I'll see it definitely.
Yeah, you will. It actually is such a dramatic change in how it looks. It actually changes the lighting.
Wow. I'm surprised it can move so quickly underwater.
I mean, it's pretty nimble for being so huge.
Yeah. And being, submerged in water.
I mean, some stuff can move pretty fucking fast in water
Oh,
in real life.
there goes
it is.
red.
Did you see that all the fucking blue highlight, all the stuff that was highlighted blue in the world is now pink?
Yeah. I also saw the inside too again. fucking thing. So we need to get over to the siege weapon.
I'm like, it's pissed. Here we go. Just gonna fire the hay beam. We're gonna get into position.
Position 1 in position.
Or maybe not. We're gonna fucking be an idiot.
You want to break the crest on its back.
Right now, my main concern is not getting hit by the hay beam. But this may have been the time where it got uppity. C-Deus is gonna get the upper hand on me a couple times this fight.
A couple times.
Mainly in just that it's, like I said, it's huge. So it makes it a little, like, okay, so, like, imagine when we eventually break off this thing's horn. So I wouldn't be posting this video if we lost.
Right.
So imagine when we break this thing's horn off, would you say it's bigger than its horn?
I would say at least as big as the horns.
I mean, I'm talking about the C-Deus' whole body.
Yeah, probably bigger than its horns, yeah.
So, would you imagine that it, with its horn being inside of it, because it becomes, you know, easy to clip through it when the horn is broken? Guess what? Turns out C-Deus is still solid, and I can't get inside of it and carve the horn.
That sucks.
But it's okay because it's a physical object like most broken things. So it didn't give us the opportunity to Dragonade it this time. C-Deus is also in a unique class of monster.
Called the C-Deus.
It's tall. It's an elder dragon. Like,
This
a lot
is
of things
dragon.
a lot of things are called wyverns in this game. Very few things are called dragons.
I guess it is an Eastern dragon.
And like elder dragons are important because they are usually seen as natural disasters.
So we're just not going to shoot it with siege weaponry in this fight.
No, we're going to. We're definitely going to Dragonade it. What I don't show off is that there are also like ballistas around, and you can get special ammunition from the Argosy captain, and also gather it from the area around them. But you can shoot it with ballista with underwater ammo.
Sweet.
But I just don't really bother. Also, now it's started to get stuck in that little alcove over there, and just sort of chill out for a little bit. And I'm like, come on, get over here so I can hit you with this cool thing. And it's like, no, I don't wanna. And I'm like, well, alright. But I'm not gonna come over there. And it's like, well, you better. And
Just
I'm
gonna
like,
shoot the hay beam at you.
it's just kinda. I'm like, well, I can still get to your horn through this big old piece of rock, so I'm gonna do that. And it's like, well, fuck you. So we're gonna focus on trying to break that horn off because, like, as you can see, we're not having too much longer in this fight. Before we,
No, we've got about 5 minutes left.
There we go.
Did we just break the horn?
Mm-hmm. See it floating there?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so the horn from the C-Deus is so large we get 2 cars from it.
Anything good?
Well, we're very likely to do a C-Deus horn.
I would hope so.
But the horn can also give us something called an Elder Dragon Gem. If not in this fight, then maybe at least in the high rank fight. Elder Dragon Gems are nonsensically rare.
Is it just going to sit on top of the horn the whole time?
Yeah, it's going to be a long time before I actually get to the part. There we go.
C-Deus scale. Crooked horn.
So so now it's pissed off and it's swimming away from us. So it's like, now is the time to get in position.
Position 2 in position. I'm gonna make this Wayne's World joke all the time.
Also, we could use some air, so we should probably get Triumph over here.
I was gonna say. Bye, C-Deus.
He's just sort of chilling out. He's like, these ruins are cool. And it's like the thing is like you have a turn radius underwater and also above water, but that's worse underwater.
None of this
So-
turning on a dime shit.
Yeah, you gotta be really in position to like fucking use this button. So now
Here it
we
comes.
just gotta wait for it to line up.
Oh,
God, I love that thing.
that is vicious.
So that
This
does,
is-
that does a truckload of damage. to see
It's like fuck this.
I want to say the Dragonair is like it's possible to break multiple parts on CDS at once with it.
I'm not surprised.
But so at this point we've won. Like if we time out, it's going to leave and we'll win. Or if we do enough damage to it, it will leave and we win.
No reason not to beat the shit out of it while we still got time on
Might
the
as
day.
well. I mean,
It's less health that it'll have later.
and it's going to warn us in a second. It's going to be like, hey, you only got 5 minutes left.
So now that we've run out of most of the stuff to talk about, what is the weapons you can make from the sucker? Because I'm sure you can make something from its horn.
Well, I think, if I remember right, after beating this, you actually get a CDS weapon for free.
Ooh,
And I think it's the Switch Axe.
even better.
So, that's neat. And, like, most of his weapons have water damage, naturally.
Yeah.
So that'll make some of the fights in higher rank easier because, we've already seen some enemies that are weak to water. For example, Adnactor. Lodiatris is weak to, or not Lodiatris, Rathalos is weak to it. Not as much as lightning in this game, but, still weak to it. And, so it's like, those are neat. And also they feature a pretty good amount of sharpness. Like, still green, but like, enough.
I'm gonna throw a fucking party the day we get a blue sharpness weapon.
So the Cedeus armor is pretty neat, but it has 2 negative skills on it, and that makes me kind of hesitant to actually get it. But the important thing is it has the skill sharpness +1.
Ooh. That sounds fun.
And also it has the skill high-grade earplugs.
Even better.
But it also has the skills Demonic Blessing and Blunt Edge.
Demonic blessing?
You take more damage.
That's not good.
Like, you know how sometimes we do the skill Feline Defender High? Or whatever?
Yeah.
Demonic Blessing is like, well, sometimes you take more damage.
Fuck that.
And Blunt Edge is the opposite of Razor Sharp, so our weapons have more sharpness, but it uses it twice as fast.
Yeah, that don't sound good either.
So, like, not great.
No?
I mean, sharpness +1, really neat. Like, because every weapon in the game has, like, a separate sharpness bar for what it is like with sharpness +1 as a skill. And Monster Hunter Generations added sharpness +2.
Holy shit.
So, like, later on, sharpness +1 will be a skill we want, like, really bad. But
I think you just broke something.
broke its hood. But like, right now, sharpness +1, not the biggest concern. It would be neat, but we don't need it.
Yeah. Oh, that's rude.
Yep, that is pretty rude. I brought all these bombs and I didn't use most of them. At least they helped me get the beard broken though.
So answer me honestly, how long did you think it would take you to get this far?
Get this far in the LP in general.
Yeah.
I thought it would take
Did
a
you-
couple more videos than this.
Let's say 18's pretty quick.
This is 18th update. So pretty good time, honestly, I'd say. The total time on this save file is like 40 something hours.
Damn.
And you notice that Monster Hunter does have some grind to it. I mean,
Yeah, just a little bit.
so it happens, but like 40 hours for like a main storyline in the game is pretty good.
Yeah,
Um,
like
I mean, you've seen my other save file, and when you first created the character, it had like 300 something hours in it.
yeah,
I expect we'll probably go above that with this LP.
like for reference, it took 40 hours to get from the start of the game to the end of the game in my first LP altogether. Like,
Now, granted, because there are fewer new monsters in high rank, we'll probably actually go through high rank a lot faster. But multiplayer, that's an entirely different beast, and G rank is entirely multiplayer. So,
lots of stuff to show off in G rank.
and we got a few quests that, despite having no new monsters in them, we will want to do anyway.
Just because they're fun to show off.
Because there's a quest later on called Proof of a Hero, and that is like the quest. And, there's some quests that you just gotta do.
One of those fun quests, one of those awesome quests.
Yeah, it's a really cool quest. It's in the arena, which I haven't shown off yet. And it's 3 monsters scaled up to G rank from high rank. Like it's a high rank mission, but we win.
Holy shit, we won!
We did it with just enough time to spare.
Its horn is still growing over its eye, though.
Yeah, we didn't fix a whole lot, but maybe because it's not so heavy, it won't be so bad for it. Okay, so we can't prance underwater, which is the greatest indignity. Like, we beat the storyline of Monster Hunter Tri, and we can't prance. How fucked up is that?
That is pretty fucked up.
So we'll spin in a circle a few times. And we'll do some cheering instead.
Hip hip hooray!
Well, we saved Mother Village. That's cool.
Quest complete. Gem of the Depths.